Welcome to Dreamer to Achievers series under Alex Marufu Life Coach Services. Today's focus is on the young adults coaching. And with me today, I am with Elder Paul Juru, the coordinator to INERELA Zimbabwe, and in his own right as well as an elder within the church who is interested in the young adults. Mr. Juru, can you tighten up on who you are?
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Marufu. As you have actually heard, I'm Elder Paul Juru, the coordinator, national coordinator of INERELA Zimbabwe, an organization that deals with stigma and discrimination within the faith-based organizations. And we actually take on board the youngsters, young men and young women. I'm also interested in that area because I also belong to Men Engage Zimbabwe, which deals with gender issues, promotion of gender issues within the country and within Africa. Then also in Gweru, I'm associated with Community Solutions Zimbabwe, an organization that deals with youth participation. So this topic to me is very, very important. Dreamers to achievers. That's quite good for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Juru. Now the question is, who is this young adult? From a coaching perspective, we are talking of the young man or young woman who could be within the age from 18. And what do you understand by that?
Yeah, age-wise, I think because the Zimbabwean Constitution now says a child, anyone from 0 to 18 years is considered to be a child. So the young adults then, constitutionally possibly, will be looking at people who will be starting from age 18 up to possibly around about 20 to 25 years. Then from the mid-20s and older, we also refer to them as young adults. People who are trying to get into the world in their own true sense as independent beings.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we see it. But you find that it differs from church to church. It can also differ politically. It can also differ culturally. Who is a young person? But in most cases, around that period, 18 to 25, we consider them as young adults. But other people can even go to as far as age 40. Yeah. So that's what we think young adults or young men or young women can constitute.
Of course, politically, somebody can be 40, 50, and is still a young adult.
Yes.
But our focus today is on the young adults who has those gaps that you have cited.
Yes.
But now the question is, do these young adults have dreams?
Well, from inception, each and every person is born with some desires and some dreams to achieve in life. Okay. Hence, you can dream despite your color, creed, or race. You need to achieve certain things in life. So you are allowed to dream, be it social dreams, be they professional dreams, be they political dreams. You have certain aspirations that you need to have as a person. So our youngsters, they have dreams.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Now the question is where we are coming from this theme, dreamers to achievers.
Yes.
What are their specific dreams, these youngsters?
I can throw the question to you, Professor, let me say, Doctor. What do you think we mean by a dream?
Well, a dream is what you imagine. To say, one day, I want to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Right? It may not be real. And from a perspective, from a Christian perspective, you now want to think to say, is what I hope to do. Faith is the believing in something that may not be there, but for now, but you dream one day it must be reality.
It must be.
Yeah.
They say in the Bible, faith is the substance of those things that are hoped for. So it's something that is concrete. You envision, you visualize,
Yes.
you look ahead.
Yes.
You see, those things that are gleaming, or those things that actually brightening, in future, those are the things that you are dreaming. And these young adults, they obviously have dreams.
Okay.
One, you may need material things like to have a house,
Okay.
accommodation. You may want to have, a very big mansion.
Oh, yes.
You may want to think of where am I going to be staying, be it Mkoba, be it South Downs, be it in Borodale.
Oh, okay.
Or some may even dream to be staying actually out there in UK. All those are dreams.
Okay.
We can also go on to be actually looking at monies. Yeah, you need to have money.
Okay.
Maybe you can add, why do they dream about money?
Well, they need money, to shift, to adjust on their lifestyle. They need money. The Bible talks about money answers all things.
Yes.
And by the end of the day, these youngsters want to be rich, to live that life. That's a dream.
Yes.
And beyond that, a dream even to be a family person is a dream. So with that, we are saying you mentioned the holidays. You are also citing you need the marriage, the monies, the growth to become a bishop somewhere.
Yes.
Right? And those are some of the dreams that youngsters that these youngsters will all have.
Yes.
As they grow up.
Even politically.
Oh yeah.
These are the youngsters, you see, they may actually be dreaming to become the president of the country. Those are dreams. Or without necessarily becoming the president, they may want to get into politics.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
And also, they also want to get into leadership roles.
Yes.
Be it within the secular world or within the church. They dream to become the bishop of the day.
Yes.
They also desire to take those high posts and high flyers. Then we also have some other youngsters who have role models.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There may be some people who want to be like, Thomas Mapumu.
Okay.
Or to those who are interested in boxing, they may want to be like the Mayweathers of this world, you see? Yeah. Or even becoming a Mike Tyson.
Oh, yes.
And those who are into entertainment, they may need to become these other, the local entertainments. These ones, you see, right, like Rocky,
Yes.
or like Holy Ten, or what have you.
Oh, yes.
Or Jaya Preza. They want to be like that, you see. So this is something that is real within our own society.
Oh, yes.
Cars. We talked about cars.
Oh, yeah.
They may dream to be having very big cars. You see these lagoons and what have you. In terms of employment,
Yeah.
what form of employment do they need to have?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They are in terms of jobs, they want the high-paying packaged professions.
Yes.
I was a teacher, and I'm still a teacher. But
Yes.
now. But not one of my children has chosen to be a teacher at all.
Okay.
And I think
Yes.
it's a reason for that.
Same with me.
So with that in mind, you want to say, well, these guys, they are dreaming, but their dreams are now different from how we looked at our own time.
Definitely.
Now we need to be more and more sensitive to their what?
Definitely.
Their dreams and assisting them somehow.
Yes.
Now, we may need to take a pause so that at least when we revisit just after this short break, we are looking at what then could be hindering their dreams.
Okay. That's in order.
Welcome back. Now, just before we go into what is hindering them, we need to look at why should we invest in them? Mr. Juru.
Yeah. That's a very good question. Why should we bother ourselves about, these youth, the youngsters and the like? That's a good question. It is very important that we invest our time within the young adults. Why? Because this is a critical stage or critical period in one's life. They are laying a foundation to their lives. And if at all a foundation is laid in a poor manner, then the house that is going to be built is going to be shaky and it will gradually crumble. So they need to be making very sound decisions at this stage, which is going to shape their future in a positive way. And they need to be coming up with crucial pathways to follow for them to become assets within our communities. And this is where we are going to shape the youngsters in a very positive manner so that they become assets to our community and national development. If we are going to have good leaders, we need to have them being invested upon as of now. Good leaders need to be trained. They need to be groomed. They need to be coached. They need to be mentored. And this is where parents come in. This is where the community comes in. Our educational institution, they play a very important role in giving these youngsters a very good way forward. Even government of the day, they need to invest into the youth. If we are not going to provide education, we are actually killing a generation.
So, in other words, what we are saying is the future lies in these youngsters.
Yes. The true Zimbabwe that we want, it is in these youngsters. And we need to take them on board seriously. They need to be engaged. They need to be taught. You and I, we have been teachers for quite some time. You cannot get a student into an examination room without having taught them before. You need to prepare them for an examination.
Now I see the need that before we leave this land of the living, we have every reason to invest like what we are now thinking now.
Definitely.
How then and why? This is a major area to look at. And it calls for us to put our heads together and see why and justify the reason why we should continue to invest in these youngsters. So it could be through the counseling, the mentoring, the coaching, but we need to invest in these youngsters.
Definitely.
Thank you for that clarification. Now, falling back to our original question, what could be hindering them?
What could be hindering them?
From their perspective.
Yes. We have to look into this concept in a holistic approach. We can be having some, social hindrances, economic hindrances, even political hindrances. Even our education system can actually be hindering them. You see? So there are so many aspects which are actually influencing these people not to achieve their dreams. The media plays an important role in shaping these youngsters. Their peers also do have a certain influence. Culture can also be inhibiting. You see, there are certain toxic cultural views that will always be in a position to be suppressing even the girl child. And also toxic masculinities which are actually perpetrating, the boy child to be superior than the girl. So you can look at it in a holistic view and come up with so many of these, hindrances.
Okay. Now, because where I'm coming from is you see somebody has gone through university, he has gone through a college, he has completed his studies somewhere. But for our environment in Zimbabwe, they are roaming in the street.
Definitely.
They are change manners. They're doing all sorts of other things that may not be focused to what they really studied. Now,
I was so much touched. This morning when I was actually coming, I actually had the audacity of getting into a combi. The combi driver is a graduate from a local university. The conductor is also a graduate from another very renowned university. So we have reduced our keys to those menial jobs. But of course, being a driver is an achievement. But you see, a master's graduate was actually not aiming to become a driver of a combi. He was expecting to be employed somewhere there. But with 95% unemployment in the country, then we cannot be talking of formal employment. So there's a challenge.
Admittedly, what you are saying is correct, but you want now to say, okay, those are external driven challenges that these youngsters are facing. Right?
Yes, please.
External. There are certain things that they may not do much about. But when you, like the political, the economic, the social, technology, the legal side, and the environment, fine. But from life coaching perspective, we now are saying there are certain intrinsic aspects of personal development that them in their own right must be able to to articulate and move and they still operate in the same environment and they do something and they still identify oneself as what is progressively correct. There are some people within the same environment who are doing well.
Right.
But that's where our crux is to say now, look, while there are external forces that are challenging, but we're also saying these intrinsic personal development aspects we can do something about. That's where the coaching side comes in. Right? That's where the coaching side comes in. So that by the end of the day, we must be able to unpick one young adult, the youngster, starting from the earliest, to see that person identify his potential and achieve the desired results.
From a developmental aspect, we talk of what we refer to as self-stigma. You see, these people have actually come to a point of having that self-imposed negativity. I've reached this dead point. I cannot go on. And that's where we come in with counseling issues, provision of psychosocial support to encourage them to move on despite these challenges. We need to encourage them to turn challenges into opportunities. You see? And then they venture on. We have some youngsters who have started doing very well. Yes, I've got this degree in tourism, but I have a small piece of land which my father was given. I can start some goat rearing. You saw that girl from which university? Great Zimbabwe University. She ventured into goat production and she became a very prominent person. And we said, yes, we go to your local universities, MSU, these innovation hubs and the like, UZ, Africa University. I think that way, if we are giving skills to our youth that way, that's one way of doing, good to our youngsters. You see, empowering them with the skills, and they can go on. So, knowledge gaps can be covered by us coming in with relevant knowledge, exposing the youngsters to all these issues. Only last week, Mr. Marufu, I was introduced to this issue of stock broking and stock whatever. Trading on the stock market. I actually learned something, and I thought of my young son, and I said, please, can you look into this? You can make money. And what do? We give them the seed money, the capital.
Now that's a powerful observation, actually. We're coming from a coaching perspective. We now want to to ensure, you mentioned knowledge.
Knowledge, yes.
Now, as these youngsters grow, they need to be aware that going through the primary school,
Yes.
the high school, the university, that's 7 years, 4 years, or
Yes.
6 years, or 4 years at university, right?
Yes.
That's a fairly well guided schedule to the what? To the young adult.
Yes.
But when he comes into the world, somebody can easily be stationary at one point.
At one point, okay.
And that's where we come in with life coach services. Some may be sitting
remove
down, yes.
Someone from the comfort zone.
Yes, to now say, now look, where are you now?
Okay.
I'm a graduate, but there's no ready job that you have.
Yes.
Now we are saying, okay, the environment is what it is. How can you be creative?
Right.
Now that's from what? From coaching perspective.
From coaching perspective.
Where are you? I'm a graduate, yes. Perhaps there are no jobs now, yes.
Right.
I have limitations in this 1, 2, 3. And now we assist the young man, the young woman,
Yes.
to rediscover himself.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Rediscover himself. What are your talents? What are your weaknesses? What are your abilities? Yes, you've completed your degree, but we now want you to walk the journey with some guidance. And the guidance comes from our life coach services.
Okay.
That's where we come in now. Where are you? You must know where you are. And we assist you to redefine what you want to achieve in life.
Okay. Okay.
Right? And then we work together.
Yes, that's
And guide to say, oh, there you are, there you are, and identify those areas that you need assistance. And we chip in to guide.
Yeah.
To provide the necessary skills, like what you rightfully said earlier on. You need certain skills. It could be communication. What type of skills do we need? Those skills that you mentioned becomes very key.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Now our role becomes key. And I'm not so sure. There are other things like what you have cited and what you can spell out to say.
Okay.
What else?
I think you are quite right there. If our young adults are aware of such vital services, they can really come and then get assisted. Lack of awareness is a problem to most of them. They are just there, out there in the community, without knowing that we have this vital service that is at our disposal. How do you recruit these people to come to your services? Where do you get them from? Is there anyone who can just want to come?
This is open for all. Open for all. Open for all. What we do is, we are like what we are doing right now. We are trying to bring this awareness to our young adults to say, these are the services that we need.
Okay.
These are the services that we offer. Right? We have through our social media platforms, our LinkedIn, our WhatsApp platforms, our Facebook. You will find us there, and we have even gone further. That to visit some universities. For now, we are running orientation programs for some universities in Zimbabwe. We are also taking some coaching sessions with the work-related attachment. We are also open to the public, to those who may see the need, and we are available. And our contact details are there. Yes. That's at least anybody who needs it and finds it fit, we will We will offer that.
Yeah, I think we complement quite well with other stakeholders like INERELA and other, NGOs. We are into that session, and it augurs quite well. But I'm so happy for this initiative that you have started in Gweru. It is really a very good initiative, and I wish you are going to become very, very national. But as you'll be dealing with these people, maybe in our next episode, we can discuss about some of the common problems. I think so. And no, thank you so much for that. We having said what you said, we want to take note of
this aspect or this problem of or challenges that are facing the young adults is not just for the coaching services alone.
Okay.
Or service providers in coaching like us.
Okay.
It goes the family itself.
Yes.
If you be aware, then they will guide and refer their children, their young adults to for our services.
Yes.
The schools themselves.
The schools.
The public sector itself. It has become a national issue. Now that we are looking at it as the future is in these youngsters.
Right.
Then it's a national issue that we put our heads together and come up with what? With the one focus to say, how can we empower this? And one way of doing so is through the what? Through the coaching services.
Coaching
The life
services,
coach
yes.
services.
That's good.
It will come in different forms to say one may need even initially the counseling,
Okay.
the mentoring, but the coaching says the coaching. I was talking to these youngsters.
Okay.
Coaching is different from what? From counseling.
From counseling.
Counseling, we emotionally stabilize you.
Okay.
Right? And then mentoring is sharing the experiences like what we Madala boys do. But when coaching, we are now saying, okay,
Right.
go, hold
Yes.
my hand, let's move.
Let's move.
Let's
Yes.
move.
Yeah, let's go.
To achieve that, what you want to achieve in life. And then for that service, we have seen results. And I can quote in the first world countries,
Yes.
most of the young adults and even adults and people of my age, they have life coaches somewhere.
Okay. Right.
So in other words, they will continue to have some guidance throughout the journey, the life journey.
Yes.
That's how important it is.
Yeah, it
For
is.
Zimbabwe, it's still a new concept, which we were now trying to make sure that majority of our youngsters, majority of our people are aware of the services. And we are
Yes.
saying, welcome, welcome to all.
To all. Yeah, I think you've actually made it clear to me now. If I've actually heard you correctly.
Yeah.
Coaching, it means appreciating where you are.
Yeah.
And where you can go. Right? That's, you will be coaching. Then counseling, you say it will be, controlling your what?
Emotional
Your
stability.
Emotional
For a
stability.
season.
Yes.
I may
for a
not
season.
see you thereafter.
Yeah.
But you are what?
Yes,
When you
yes,
come out
yes,
of our
yes,
offices, you are quite stable and you can
stable.
continue with your
Even if you were becoming suicidal,
yeah.
you will have actually raised that.
Yes. And where it calls for medical attention,
Yes.
we'll refer you accordingly.
Accordingly.
If that's for counseling purposes. Right? But for
Yes.
coaching, we are you.
Yes.
Us. We are
Us.
involved to define where you want to be
Yes.
and work together to achieve that.
Yes. So you deal with, a high degree of self-actualization.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
do you want to reach?
Yeah.
How far do you want to go?
Yeah.
And then you can actually go there.
Yes.
You are given that motivation.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Then mentoring, you said you will be sharing notes.
Yes, sharing notes and experiences and as we
Yes.
go. And then we pick to another
Yes.
level.
Like
Yes.
when I came to your place,
Yeah.
you are very good in big keeping.
Oh, yeah.
Then I was actually copying. And you are also, you are also good in farming in general. I was also copying. We are exchanging notes
Yes,
here and there.
we can
That's-
mentor each other.
That's quite good.
Yes.
So this basically is very important.
Yeah.
Our youngsters, they need that.
Yeah, they need that.
Such services, if they are coming into Gweru and they are publicized, I tell you, we will be so happy to have that.
Now, Mr. Juru, thank you so much. We take note now that we will have some case studies on our next episode. That you come in and we will be sharing more and more on some case studies within the same environment or some we have made it.
Yes.
So that at least from these case studies, our youngsters can appreciate it. And not only the youngsters, the adults and above, this service becomes critical. On that note, we just want to thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being part of us as we move yet to another level, especially in taking Zimbabwe to another level through the young adults.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My pleasure.